Hey, hey. 1, 2. Hey, hey. How's that level? Hey, well, remember, it's okay because people are probably going to be a little quieter, like down here. Check your level now. Check your level now. You know how they are. You, you, you know how they are. A little hotter? Hey, 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 hey. Looking good. Up, up. Hey, 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 hey. Oh, hold on. Let me come back. Okay. Hey, 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 hey. Taking a look now. I changed something. Hey, hey. Good. Excellent. Thank you. Headroom is a good thing.
Yeah, her flowers. Give me your flowers if you need. Yeah,
Hey, hey. Hey, hey. 1, 2. Hey, hey. 1, 2. Hey, hey. 1, 2. Hey, hey. 1, 2.
Hello, good evening. First, I just want to thank all of you guys for coming out. This is such an amazing crowd. So, two announcements right now. One, we have all these flowers. I'd actually like you guys to each pick one up at least to hold that with you guys instead of the candles. And two, because you guys are all crowded right here, there's going to be much more people coming. So could you guys please back up a bit? So, thank you. Okay, yeah, we're going to start, passing those out. Oh, could you guys are moving so quickly, so I just slow down a bit, all right? Oh my God. What was it on? Let's give someone. Just. Guys, sit down. We're. Yes, hello. I'm up here to reiterate what I said again, because now it's starting to get very, crowded and stuffy. So, could you guys just start beginning to, move back and to the side a bit? Oh, thank you for that. Is that fine? One right there, mashallah. Thank you so much, sister. But yeah, so could you guys begin to, start moving back a bit too? Because there's still even more people coming, so please start to make your way, back into the...
Let them know the reason why is because when
Yeah.
this overflows, it's for the family and
I
friends
know.
get first priority. So
This is mainly because we're still waiting for Nabra's family and friends to show up, so they need space as well.
no, we're saying after this all overflows with family and friends, they get priority to have front row. Her other family and friends.
Am I too close or too far?
Too far.
You're like this far. You'll go a lot further if you're a little closer.
Okay, thank you.
Is it too low?
Hey guys. Sorry. I'm just one of them. Yeah. This is what happened in Vigil. Don't push me from that. Push them forward and let everyone else come behind. I know. I'm just saying you're gonna exhaust yourself.
Take your time, bro.
So let them come forward, then come to walkways and then straight to the back.
Okay, that's fine. I'll just tell my...
Yeah, make sure when you come, just drive right in and tell them
It's
that
in
you're
a wing,
VIP.
I know. They're not gonna
Yeah,
listen.
thank you for the note. That's great.
Okay.
How's it going, sir? Hello? Can you guys hear me well? Okay, that's good. So the program will officially be starting at 7, so, just sit tight, get to know one another. That's why we're all here, for unity, so just sit tight and get to know each other. Thank you guys so much for coming out. So. Hello, I'm back again. So I'm putting tonight starting at 7. All of your phones. And for members of the media who keep coming by, could you guys just please bear with us in contact? Thank you.
Hello, everybody. I have a quick announcement from the organizers. As you can see, we have a limited amount of seating for family and close friends. So the crowd here, if we can please push back about 5 to 6 feet so we can have some family here in the front. So inshallah, if we can please all scoot back a little bit, make some space. As we fill up the seated space with the elders, the classmates and friends will fill up the front row. So I will way across here. Thank you.
Yes, hello. So as you see, we're having an issue with this area right here. So we have a lot of people that are from her community, and we need them in the front because they knew Nabra. They were with her. They lived with her, and I prefer for them to be in the front. So how are we gonna do this? Could we have some people just begin to scoot back? Guys in the back, like back there, start moving back a bit. All right, guys in the back, come on, let's start scooting. The people in the yellow vest will be helping y'all out. People in the front, don't start moving just yet, because that's how you start traffic. So people all the way in the back, just start shuffling back near that fountain, all right? People in the back, just, start shuffling back, shuffling back. All right, yep. Just continue shuffling. Yeah, I see you guys. You guys are moving. Okay, now everyone can start moving back a bit. How's about that, all right? Thank you guys so much for your support and cooperation with me tonight. Okay, so you guys, I need you guys to start coming in. I need them to start getting in the front. Yeah. So continue moving back, please, because as you can see, there are a lot of folks over here, so. I'm only seeing people in the middle move, so I mean, you guys two on the sides, please move back a bit as well. So thank you guys so much. Okay. Yeah, guys. Giannis, no, you're speaking, right? I need you here. If you're speaking, here. Speaking here. Okay. If you're speaking, stay here, all right? If you're speaking, stay here, all right? If you're speaking, stay here. If you're speaking, stay. Okay, wait, let me rephrase that. If you schedule to speak, okay, thank you. Mazin and Waldi, where
toys work out? Do they? Oh, cool. Awesome. Hope they enjoy them. I hope they enjoy it. Cool, cool. That'd be great. That'd be great.
Yes, hello. I want to thank you guys again for coming out. This is such, like, this crowd is just, the crowd is so immense. I can really feel a very interesting, there's this nice ambience of just communal love. I can just feel that out here. But we shall start at 7 p.m. as scheduled, so just, that's 3 minutes, just stay put. Hopefully we'll start a little sooner. Thank you guys so much for coming out here, and, you know, just bear with us. All right. Good afternoon. Good evening, everyone. Hello. Yeah, everyone just wave. That's what I want to see. Wait, a wave of hands. You know what I mean? Wave. That's. I love that. Thank you guys. So we are starting the vigil tonight. Thank you guys so much for coming out. This really, you know, it means a lot to not only me, but to my community, to Nabra's neighborhood, the Cedar Ridge community, everyone. So thank you guys so much. We're going to start with opening remarks from Farris Barakat. He's the brother of Barakat, one of the victims from the Chapel Hill shooting. So just let's give him a round of applause for being here today.
Good evening, assalamu alaikum. Thank you, Omar. With every heartbreak comes the tightening of our chests. You might have felt that when you heard the news. With every heartbreak comes sorrow and pain, comes despair. But it is only with the contraction of our chests can they then be widened. It is only after the breaking of our hearts can the light enter it. The wound is the place where the light enters you. When this many people are in one space, good people, my heart trembles from the majesty of He who created you, He who created death, and He who created life. Abu Hurairah, may Allah be pleased with him, said, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, when Allah loves a slave, He calls out to Jibril and says, I love so-and-so, so love him. Then Jibril loves him. And after that, Jibril announces to the heavens that Allah loves so-and-so, so they love him as well. And the inhabitants of the heavens, i.e. the angels, then make the people on earth love him. And that is a story that, with all the love here today, I'll tell you, I love Nabra without even meeting her. Through her friends, through her family, through her story. Honored to even be in this city. If you ever wondered, look around. The inhabitants of earth love her. God loves her. I will remember Nabra for what she allowed me to reflect on. I'll remember the rainbow that flew above the sky when I got here after Fajr. On Monday morning, as soon as I found out, I left Raleigh, North Carolina, and came straight here. I thought there's a hand I can hold, somebody I can talk to. I will not remember her body that we buried today. Our body is a temporary vessel on loan from God to get us through life. It's a vessel for the soul. I will remember how she made me closer to God, how she cared for her friends, made them smile. I will yearn to unite with her soul. She's in a better place now, guys. A place without doubt, without fear, without sorrow, without hardship, without hate. A place of eternal peace without suffering. I spoke to a similar crowd at my brother's vigil after the Chapel Hill shootings. I pleaded that those in attendance remember that at that point, Diya, Yusuf, and Razan were happy. Life is a test. It's a bridge. We don't build for the bridge, we build for what is after it. It is my belief that Nabra is also happy. She's happy now. Our hope in that with God is well placed. If there is good of her that you know, speak it, share it, tell others. If there is something she ever did to you, forgive her. We worry and we are afraid of losing those who we love. And it's reckless to love when we know inevitably we will lose them. But be reckless with your heart. Our fear of loss only diminishes when we understand that life's stories and the decree for all love, the source of it all, they're written by the same hand. In this month of Ramadan, in these last 10 days of Ramadan, Nabra's life story and the decree of God for love is evident. That's what brings us all here today. And allow me to suggest one more visual. In Ramadan, the gates of hellfire are closed. The gates of heaven are open, and heaven beautifies itself, calling out to God, are there more people, more of your servants that may enter my gates? That is where we are today, right now. This is the fate that awaits all believers. Brothers and sisters, the fear is real. The fear in the Muslim women in their day-to-day lives is palpable. Muslim women fear any misstep in their lives, for it may turn into tragic and outrageous violence. She suffered at the hands of a loser, and only he is responsible for that. I think that's a message is in here for the kids up front. Only he is responsible for that decision. He made the decision to use excessive violence. He is the decision that led her to be martyred. We are here for each other no matter how alone you may feel. Muslims' lives matter. Nabra's life mattered. Your life matters. Our life matters. To each of the teens that are here who are also victimized by that man, the 15 or so of you, your life matters too. And we defer to God in his judgment about our confusion and uncertainty. Really not much of it does make sense, but that's okay, for only he is the most wise. We all have a role to play. Nabra plays a huge role tonight. Her immense sacrifice will be met with immense reward. To her family, they were chosen as well. To her friends, to the 15 people that were with her that night, you were meant to be part of the story from the beginning. That is how God written it. The community has been handpicked, and all of you, your reward is with God. To everyone here, thank you for being a bright light in these rather dark days. To the Spanish community that came to offer support, to the courageous family and friends, to Omar and all those who stepped up and helped him. I'm indebted to the love that overcame hate today. Darkness cannot drive out darkness, only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. Dr. King, thank you.
Thank you so much, Brother Farris, for your kind words. And right now, at the moment, there are about 20 family members of Nabra that are back there, so I'm going to need them to come forward. Or preferably, it'd be easier for them to go around. So just go to the stairs back there. We're going to have someone in a vest come meet you there, and we're going to come and bring you guys around. So just stay put back there, because it's much easier than you guys coming down forward and going against this crowd. So up next, we have Quran recitation, translation, and explanation of the excerpt from the Quran from Brother Abdullah Beg and Sister Safa Paracha. So, oh, yeah, thank you.
Everybody else stay where you at? Keep going, keep going.
Sisters and brothers, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Peace and blessings be upon you all. We have chosen a couple of verses for you here tonight from chapter 2 of the Quran, verses 153 to 157, if you'd like to follow along. A very short explanation of these verses who've been inflicted with hardship and stress and difficulty and turmoil and afflictions. But despite the hopelessness that they may be feeling, despite the fear, despite the loss, he tells them a very important, very basic, and very strong and impactful message of staying patient, and that those people are inevitably and truly looked after. Bismillah. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. يا أيها الذين آمنوا استعينوا بالصبر والصلاة إن الله مع الصابرين. ولا تقولوا لمن يقتل في سبيل الله أموات ولكن لا تشعرون. ولنبلونكم بشيء من الخوف والجوع ونقص من الأموال والأنفس والثمرات وبشر الصابرين الذين إذا أصابتهم مصيبة قالوا إنا أولئك عليهم صلوات من ربهم ورحمة وأولئك هم المهتدون. صدق الله.
Please refrain from clapping. Thank you. It's just for reverence for the Quran. Thank you. Now, Safa Paracha.
O you who believe, seek help in patience and prayer. Truly, God is with the patient. And do not say of those who are killed in the way of God that they are dead. No, they are alive, but you are unaware. And we will indeed test you with something of fear and hunger, and loss of wealth, souls, and fruits. And give glad tidings to the patient. Those who, when hardship befalls them, say, truly, we belong to God, and to him we will return. They, the patient ones, are those upon whom come the blessings and compassion from their Lord. And they are those who are rightly guided. Indeed, God speaks the truth. Sadaqallah al-Azim.
Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar.
Thank you, Abdullah Beg and Sabraja, for sharing those words of wisdom. Up next, we have Imam Magid from the Adam Center speaking. He'll give a few remarks.
In the name of God, the source of mercy, the giver of mercy, I greet you with the greeting of peace, which is in Islam is Assalamu alaikum in Arabic. Means peace be upon all of you. This great gathering of love, gathering of care, a genuine community that responded in hundreds and thousands. One act of criminal being responded to with thousands and millions across America and across the globe with act of love. I cannot express my mixed feeling of great admiration for the family of Nabra, for how they really hold together in this difficult time. I was able to speak to my dear brother Mahmoud in Sousan with the 3 days at their Imam, at their council. I cannot imagine or pretend, even to think, I can put myself in the shoes of a father and a mother who lost their child. In the night they thought they would see her in the morning. A loving, a caring child, that she opened the home of her parents, her homes, for other youth to come and to break bread and to break the fast of the month of Ramadan, the day that her life was taken. Nabra represented the beauty of my community. A loving, a caring, a very warm person. As an Imam of that community, I would say, you represent the spirit of Nabra. This is Nabra. This Nabra that we love, that Nabra we know, be multiplied to hundreds and thousands and millions of people. I want to say that as we gather today in our mosque, with my loved and beloved community, to attend the funeral service of Nabra. And we started receiving all of this call before the funeral from the governor of state of Virginia, McAuliffe, from the Congresswoman Comstock, from the faith community, from the police, from everyone else. We realize that we are in this together as one community. I want to tell you this man here, the father was 3 beautiful girls, one of them in his lap. So beautiful, mashallah. Noor, his daughter, she asked me, you know what ammu means uncle. She said she wanted to come to the stage with me, her sister, because she wanted to send a message to you. And I would like to welcome Noor to the stage. She's remained strong, she and her sister. And she wants to speak on behalf of her father, and her family want to say a few words to you.
I just want to thank everybody for your love and support. And I just want to say to Nabra, I love you and I'll always miss you.
That's a word that warms everyone's heart, isn't it? I need to stop talking. I will have the Rabbi Holzman and Amy from other interfaith community to come, but I want to tell the youth, you know, I love you. Those youth from my community and youth from the larger community, we love you. Stay strong. Continue to pray for your friend, because prayer is powerful. Prayer where you establish a relationship with loved one, even if you don't see them, they hear you. Keep praying the prayer of peace. Keep praying the prayer of hope. Keep praying prayer of love, because this community represents all of that. May God bless all of you. Thank you.
Good evening. I'm Rabbi Michael Holzman of Northern Virginia Hebrew Congregation. And I've been living in Reston for 7 years. From the minute I arrived in this community, my family and I, we knew something was different here. We knew this was a different place. Get to be the community it is. How did this place get to be a place where people show up for a young girl they did not know? How did this place get to be a place where Muslims could pray in a synagogue, as the Adams community does at our synagogue across the street, across Wheelie Avenue, where a synagogue could pray in a church every year on the high holy days? How did this community come to be a place where people show up like this in these numbers? From South Lakes High School, from Forest Edge Elementary School, from Langston Hughes Middle School, from Cedar Ridge Community Center, from Cornerstones, from Adams, from the interfaith community. How did this place get to be the world that it is here in Reston? This place came to be because of people like Nabra, because she was a leader. I did not know her. I have asked people about her. She was a leader. Everyone here has the power to be a leader, a creator. We believe in God who gave us the power to create. The world is the way it is because we create it that way. This world is here because Nabra created the world this way. We carry on her legacy when we continue to create worlds like this. You may not know this, young people. If you grew up in Reston, if you grew up in Herndon, if you grew up in Drainsville, if you grew up in Sterling, if this is where you've been for most of your life, you may not know this secret. I'll tell you. Most of the world is not like this. And you have the power to make the rest of the world like this. Nabra taught you how to lead. And we bear that legacy on our shoulders. We bear that responsibility to continue to make the rest of the world more like Reston, more like this, so that when some person with some evil in his heart thinks of driving around with a baseball bat for some evil reason, he is confronted with the reality of love surrounding him, and that thought evaporates immediately, and never again will someone do evil like this. As we heard from the Quran, as we heard from all of the different readings, light is what beats out darkness, and you bring light tonight. I want to share one poem that I love about letting go. When I die, give what is left of me away to children and old men who wait to die. And if you need to cry, cry for your brother walking the street beside you. And when you need me, put your arms around anyone and give them what you need to give me. I want to leave you something better than words or sounds. Look for me in the people that I've known or loved. And if you cannot give me away, at least let me live in your eyes and not in your mind. You can love me best by letting hands touch hands and by letting go of children that need to be free. Love does not die, people do. So when all that's left of me is love, give me away. If there could be a first aid person, a medic, we need some help over here. I'd like to introduce another partner of the interfaith community, Amy Cox, representing Restoration Church. The police are coming over here right now.
I bring you a message from Tim Ward, the pastor of Restoration Church, which meets at Forest Edge Elementary School directly beside the Cedar Ridge community. I am deeply saddened that I cannot be here with you tonight. Unfortunately, I am out of town for the evening. However, I am even more saddened by the great grief in the midst of this community tonight. When I received the news of the tragic death of Nabra, I sat in disbelief. How could something so terrible happen to this young woman? How could something so awful happen in our community of Reston? When I heard the news, I longed to be with her family. I longed to be with her faith community at the Adams Center. I longed to stand up and say that we at Restoration Church and those at our Herndon campus, Flores United Methodist Church, stand with them. We cry with them. We want Nabra's family and the community at the Adams Center to know that they are loved. I long to live in a world where each and every person is valued as a creation of God. I long to live in a world where violence is no more. You may say that's naive, and perhaps it is. However, I believe deeply in this community. Our brothers and sisters at the Adams Center have shown us what it is like to stand up against violence and bring peace in lieu of additional pain. The Adams Center is a trusted partner in interfaith dialogue and cooperative ministry in our area. We have been in a number of meetings and gatherings over the years that have included their imams and members. Most recently, they have stood with the Jewish community during a series of bomb threats over Passover and spoken out against the vandalism of the Little River United Church of Christ. We are grateful for the way the Adams Center works to promote goodwill among people of all faith traditions. I want you to know that Restoration Church loves this community. We together want to bring change in our community so that things like this no longer happen. I dare you from afar this evening, Pastor Tim Ward.
Yes, I would like just to thank Rabbi Holzman also for opening his synagogue tonight for the Magid prayer with the sunset prayer. That this synagogue, that this community have attended the Tarawih prayer and the Jum'ah prayer on it, and also the Egyptian Nubian Society, Brother Fahmi, with us here that represent that community. I really, really thank them for all the work they have done. Jazakumullah khair. Thank you.
So up next, we have some creative expression from a few members of Nabra's community. So up first, we have Mohammad Abdi, other known as Mo Black, coming up to spit some bars for us. So please enjoy.
First and foremost, I'd like to thank South Lakes MSA, the Muslim Student Association, for allowing me to be on the stage. They really didn't have to. They could have had anybody, but they asked me to come. And I've been all over the place. I've been to MIT, I've been to New York, but I've never had an honor this big. So thank you. There's nothing more valuable. There has been nothing more valuable to me than this opportunity right here. Real quick, in 2011, my family, after 3 years of struggling with being homeless, moving homeless shelter to homeless shelter, and doing everything we could, we moved to Cedar Ridge. That's where we met beautiful youth like Nabra, that have impacted all of our lives. I want to thank the Cedar Ridge youth. I want to thank you for keeping my siblings in check, making them feel like they have friends after moving high school to high school after high school. Not everyone does that, so thank you. Thank you for giving them a safe space. Yesterday. We all hope that your soul is in a better place. You deserve everything beyond heaven's gates. Nabra today. This life is just a test, and if we all just tried our best, we can show you that it's you that we appreciate. We didn't know what to expect when your life was in distress. Man, we've had better days. Nabra, we cried for you, thinking, what am I to do? Nabra, I really used to hate hearing this, but it's true. Be patient, because patience is a virtue. If you can learn how to be patient, your future's bound to be bright. Suicide was on my mind until I saw God's light. After waiting a certain amount of time, you could really value the reward of what you have. Being impatient can kill any female or man. And what's worse is rushing into something in self-opinion that you thought was never worth it. But you never took the time to notice it and see the light, like a person who rushed to work and forgot to open the curtains. Tell that man sitting in that jail cell, you can shoot, stab, or kill another person, but what they've said or done is still there in the end. The best way to destroy your enemy is to make them your friend. People tell me patience is something they don't have. Yes, that's what they've said. The only don't have patience, but want to rewind it back. If you don't believe in me, I've taken time like this. We become impatient who rush into situations. It's only in the dictionary that work comes after success. Nabra. It rained for you yesterday. We all hope that your soul is in a better place. You deserve everything that's beyond heaven's gates. Nabra. We prayed for you yesterday.
This life is just a test. And if we all just try our best, we can show you that it's you who we appreciate. We didn't know what to expect when your life was in distress. Man, we've all had better days. Nabra, we cried for you, thinking, what am I to do? When I say nah, y'all say bruh. Nah, nah. When I say nah, y'all say bruh. Nah, nah. When I say nah, y'all say bruh. Nah, nah. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mohammad. Those words were moving, and the manner in which you expressed your words is just indescribable. Up next, we have some members from Rabbi's community, and they're also sisters from the South Lakes MSA who were competing at DC Mist. It's a contest for Muslim students, and the one contest they did was Nasheed. Nasheed is just singing, so they'll be coming up to sing for you guys momentarily.
Hello, everybody. We're part of South Lakes, and we have a graduate from Parkview, and we made a song for Nabra, which is kind of a mashup. We took a bunch of different songs that made us think about her, and I hope you guys enjoy it. There comes a time where we heed a certain call, when the world must come together as one. There are people dying, and it's time to lend a hand to life, the greatest gift of all. We can't go on pretending day by day that someone, somewhere will soon make a change. We are all a part of God's great big family, me, baby, if you need a friend. I just wanna give you love. Come on, come on, come on. Reaching out to you, so take a chance. No matter where you go, you know you're not alone. Where did I go wrong? I lost a friend somewhere along in the bitterness. And I would have stayed up with you all night had I known how to save a life. And when you're weak, I'll be strong. I'm gonna keep holding on. Now don't you worry, it won't be long. And when you feel like hope is gone, just run into my arms. We are the world. We are the children. We are the ones who make a brighter day, so let's start giving. We are the world. We are the children. We are the ones who make a brighter day, so let's start giving.
Hello? Okay. Thank you guys for, can you guys hear me?
Not really.
Hello? 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 Can you guys hear me? Is that better now? Okay. So I advise the other speakers to, be a lot closer to the mic now. Thank you guys for, sharing those beautiful voices with us tonight. Okay, that's way better. So up next, we have words from Mrs. Retzer. She's the principal at South Lakes, and Mrs. Robson. She's the vice principal at Forest Edge Elementary. Those were schools that Nabra had attended. So.
Good evening, families, friends, and guests of the Reston community. Thank you for the opportunity to share a few thoughts with you this evening. I'm Kim Retzer, and I'm the incredibly proud principal of South Lakes High School, so proud of my students who have worked so hard to put this visual on, and South Lakes is Nabra's high school. It is my privilege tonight to speak on behalf of the South Lakes Pyramid Schools, and I'm pleased to have Ms. Vance, principal of Forest Edge here, Ms. Monticchio, the principal of Langston Hughes Middle School, and Ms. Robson, who was Nabra's administrator. Please know that the schools are here to support families as we care deeply about your children, our students. While their academic success is important, it's their overall well-being that is our priority. To the Hassanin family and Nabra's friends, our hearts are with you. Nabra was a young lady who carried herself with dignity and grace. She never missed an opportunity to say hello or good morning, and her smile radiated our hallways. Nabra had a joyful disposition that lifted others up each day. She was the young lady who would gravitate to others and had the innate ability to support and nurture her friends through all things. Nabra carried herself with pride and confidence. Her gift was to make you laugh about the ordinary things shared through the school day. She used that same talent in her vision of photography, both in front of and behind the camera. Fun and happiness was the essential element for her to share with her friends. That was her innate spirit. Nabra's incredible sense of kindness, style, humor, and her infectious smile has left a lasting impression on us, and we will miss her presence in our hallways at South Lakes. The grieving process involves a lot of emotions: loss, anger, devastation, guilt, denial, sadness, and emptiness. We have seen all of this among our students this week at South Lakes and other schools, and I'm sure those emotions are raw here tonight amongst us. As we move through the grieving process, each at our own pace, there will be times of laughter, hope, and peace, although we may not see them now. Regardless of where you are in the process, please know you are not alone. South Lakes and the greater Reston community have come together tonight and throughout this week to a degree I have never seen before, and I'm a native Restonian, spent my entire life here. It speaks to the message that we strive for at South Lakes, that we are one. We have a We Are Seahawks Unity wall displayed prominently in our building that says, among others, that we are brave, we are passionate, we are leaders, we are accepting, we are kind, we are supportive. And like all the people who lift you up and carry you when you cannot move forward on your own, we are family. As we mourn the loss of Nabra, we delight in the fact that we were a part of her journey and she touched our lives in a very meaningful way. We will remember her for the joy she brought us in the short time we knew her, for her sweet smile, for her love of family and friends, and for the way she has united our school and our community. Thank you, Nabra, for showing us that love is the only path we need to follow.
Thank you, Mrs. Retzer and Mrs. Robson. Up next, we have Sister Abda Ali. She's the youth coordinator at Adams Center. She's been very helpful with our youth at Adams. So.
Shorter than the mic. Hold on. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In the name of God, the most gracious, the most merciful, I ask that He sends His blessings upon the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and sends benefit and peace and love upon such a beautiful gathering. I want to thank you. In such an unimaginable tragedy, it is the love of this community that has gotten us this far, especially me. Your love is felt here, and we are the product of your positivity and your undeniable prayers. As you can see, it's really hard for me to be up here speaking about Nabra. I had the honor of knowing her and her close group of friends through camps and other programs that we would do at the mosque. And I had the honor of getting to see her and saying goodbye to her the night she died. And like many of you who experienced that as well, I find myself in waves of grief, waves of anger, waves of shock, and waves of wonder. But one feeling has stayed consistent the whole time, and that has been the feeling of hope. From the morning when I got the call that Nabra was missing, and I took my own body and I looked for her with other brave youth, to the moment I realized that she was no longer with us, to the reality I face today amongst her best friends that she was now put in a better place, hope has remained steadfast through all. And if you knew Nabra, you knew that hope was something she gave you all the time. Nabra is really tricky because although she's quiet at first, her personality is something that just bubbles once you get to know her. And every time I interacted with her, she always used to compliment me. Like even when I wasn't looking right, she used to compliment me. As her friends would say, she used to size you up and she would gas your head a bit. Right? Am I right? Right? She knew how to make you smile. I'm smiling now just thinking about her. And through her smile, Nabra radiated love and joy to her friends and family. And it is said that the Prophet Muhammad, may peace and blessings be upon him, said that smiling is an act of charity. And in my heart, I truly believe that Nabra is smiling now, because the entire world around us is reaping the benefits of her charity. We are a closer community that has come together because of the sacrifice that Nabra has made. What's really interesting is that in Arabic, the word Nabra, the name Nabra, comes from the root Nabara, which means to uplift. It means to ascend. And in some terms, it means a beautiful cadence. Nabara is also related to another word called membar, which means to be on a pulpit and to speak. And it is no coincidence that her name and the actions that have come in her passing are just as they are. The actions that we've seen across the world lets us know that she is at a better place and that her cadence continues to carry waves across the nation and across the globe. Before I leave, I want to remind the community, and especially the youth who I work for, that I love you. I sincerely, with all of my soul, love you. And to the people who were with her in her passing, this is not your fault. I want to remind you again, this is not your fault. I'm going to say it again, this is not their fault. In the past couple days, I've had youth come up to me with death threats, being bullied, and it's painful to hear because they're grieving. And I want you to know that it's because of these youth, the youth you see here today, they are heroes. It is the youth that fought through their fears Sunday morning. It is the youth that fought through their fears Sunday morning and told their truth to ensure that Nabra could come back quickly to us, and she did. It is the youth that organized this vigil despite them having a high school graduation yesterday, something that's supposed to be the most memorable moment of your life. It is the youth who, if you are Muslim, you know how difficult it is to finish a whole Quran in a month. It is the youth that organized finishing reading the Quran amongst multiple youth 4 times in 2 days. That's astounding. And it is the youth It is the youth who continue to teach me, and I hope teach us what it means to be true, to tell the truth, to be fearless, to be just, and to be kind. I have the privilege of learning from all of you each and every day, and I pray that we continue to use Nabra's kindness to uplift one another during difficult times. Let us find our inner light and let it shine. Let us be Nabra. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sister Abda. So right now, I'd like to have her friends from Cedar Ridge to come up and stand around here, and speakers to also come as well, as we're gonna share some words from her friends. Oh yeah, and I also asked the crowd not to, come in closer and take those people's spots, because that'll just complicate things for them when they return to their spots in the crowd. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. Yes. So one or two at a time. So up first we have Abdul Abdi.
I would just like to say that growing up, I didn't really have much role models or examples or discipline. I made mistakes. I've made like a bad first impression to a lot of people, or when I've been, if I've been places I haven't really had a good luck. But I've always had good intention deep down inside me, but then I just, like, the things that I've been through are what made, like, held me back from, proving who I could have been and who I want to be. But then, like, for like the past couple months, there's been a lot of things I've been trying to accomplish, like going back to my base school or gaining back like the trust from friends that I've lost or even family. Like, I've just been trying to work hard, and then, you know, I always thought like nobody really noticed me, nobody really like, you know, supported me. But eventually I went from just being Nabra's friend to being one of her best friends by just opening up to her, asking her for advice. A lot of times she would tell me, like, she would be confused because I would think negatively. I would think like, oh, why is life like this? Or why am I in this position? Like, if I want to be so great, why, like, and God knows that, why do I gotta be here? But then she told me, like, it all takes hard work. You gotta work for a long time, and like, you might think like, oh, 3 months, 4 months, like 5 months, even 6, like, might be enough to be successful, but she proved to me like, it's really not. Every time I needed like someone to be there, every time I needed like just let out anger, she would just still be there for me. Just watching her every day, like, she was so positive. Even if she went through something, she would still smile with all of us. She would still make jokes with all of us. Like, even if she didn't understand us or the things she did, she would still take the time out of her day just to try to understand us and try to like fit in with us. I'm not gonna lie, a lot of people at some point got mad at her or like, you know, just had like a negative situation with her. Like, at times I got mad at her, but then like, eventually I was like, I just thought about it and like, what is there to, I just thought like, what is there to be mad about? Like, just looking at her smile, like laugh, just play around, like especially working with her. It was just, I don't know, it was like one of the like, best times of my life, just where I had problems, but I didn't feel like I had problems. Or I was living a life, but I didn't really feel like I was living my life. But then she showed me and she helped me become the person I am, which made my real life better than the life that I used to live. And I'm not done. But like, honestly, like, the fact that she's passed away makes me want to, like, when I first heard it, my mom first came home, told me at like 5, 6 in the morning, I was so confused because I wouldn't really guess that would happen to Nabra, like, out of all people. And then, like, when the next day, like, I was just so blown, I was just like, all right, so when am I going to see it again? Like, when am I going to talk to her? When am I going to, who am I going to be there for? Who's going to be there for me? Like, and the next day when I found out everything, like, it just made me want to, like, just, like, she just inspired me, like, throughout my whole life. And that moment right there made me want to just get up and say, all right, if I don't have something, I'm going to go get it. If it's not, like, if it's not for me, it's going to be for her because she wanted me to be the best me. And I might not see it clearly. I might not know how to be the best me, but other people might know a way by knowing me. And if I'm going to do something positive, it's going to be for me and the people I claim as my family. And that's basically everybody here. If I had a problem with somebody, I don't even want to know the problem because honestly, it's not worth it. Like, life is open to a lot of things. And I know everybody has good in them. So all that, like, negativity that people think about or, like, talk about or do, it's not really worth it because once that person's gone, you're going to wish you could have done more. You could have been there for that person. And honestly, I think it's best if everybody gives each other the best before it is too late. I just think, like, that's just what life is.
Thank you so much, Abdul. Up next, we have some boys from the Syrian community. They're all going to come up and say a few words as well. So, interesting what they're going to do. It's a poem. So I'm going to start first. So, Nabra was beautiful.
Nabra was selfless. Nabra was caring.
Nabra was open-minded.
Nabra was compassionate.
Nabra was humorous.
Nabra was considerate.
Nabra was unique.
Nabra was passionate.
Nabra was glowing.
Nabra was admirable.
Nabra was courageous.
Nabra was dependable.
Nabra was elusive.
Nabra was generous.
Nabra was sympathetic. Nabra was innocent.
Nabra was affectionate.
Nabra was pure-hearted.
Nabra was inspiring. Nabra was fashionable.
Nabra was one of the funniest people I knew.
Nabra was joyful.
Nabra was optimistic.
Nabra was brave.
Up next, we have some words from Giannis and Gabri. So,
Today is not a day to think about the way she died or how she died. Today is a day to reflect on the good times we had with Nabra. Nabra was one of my best friends. She made me feel like I was one of her own when I first came to the high school. She made me feel like I had someone with her to talk to when no one else was. When everyone left me, she was still there for me. And for those who don't know Nabra, she was a big sister to all of us. She knew exactly the right words to say. Whenever we had a problem, she would always check up on us, even though when she had a problem of her own, she was so positive. Every day she would just walk into breakfast with a big smile, talking to everyone, saying good morning. Even when everyone would doubt you, she would make you push. She would always see the good in everyone. She would always have the right words to say. She always gave the best advice. And I just want to, if she was here right now, I just want to say I love her. And if she was here, I wish I could say all the things I couldn't say. Thank you.
up next, we have a few words from her cousins. So,
Hello, salam alaikum. Although after I found out Nabra was killed, my only want was to have her back in this world. I have made a wish I want to share with you all. I wish to not only have you all say her name and tell her stories, but to say her name after saying she was a black Nubian Muslim. A beautiful black Nubian Muslim I am so proud to call my family. I love you, Nabra, and when I close my eyes, I see you in a better place. Allah yarhamak ya Nabra.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. How's everyone doing? I just wanted to say, last time me and Nabra spoke, we were planning my brother's birthday, which is on Friday. And the fact that she's not going to be here to celebrate her own idea really kills me. But she was the most genuine person I've ever met. She's always had a smile on her face, regardless of what the situation is. She was always there for everyone. She would come to me with her problems, and at the end of it, all she'll do is just flip her hijab and say, I don't have time for this. And we all know her famous yes all the time. So I just want to say, I love you, baby girl, and I know you're looking down on us now. And I just hope she rests easy, and thank you all for coming, and please don't forget to say her name. Thank you so much.
Thank you two so much for coming up to speak about her. So could I ask the boys to come back into the audience for a second, because this is going to be a very important person coming up to speak from her. So thank you guys. So up next the mic, sorry. Yeah. Ooh, up next we have one of Nabra's friends named Shahad. She had written something, but her friends shall come up to speak with her. So.
Hello, I'm Daria. This is Shahad, Tati, Alasia, and Taria. And if Nabra was here, I would have said her name too. But we all started high school together. Sorry. I didn't even know Nabra the very first day of school, but she made me feel welcome. Like, I came from a very different background than all of you guys. I don't even know half of you. But when I knew Nabra and I met her the very first day, she made me want to go to school every single day. Who wants to go to school, like, honestly? I had no other way to see her because I was always in trouble, always doing something, but school was like the only way to see her. Sorry. I wanted to see her smile all the time, her laughing, her dances, and how she always pulls out her phone trying to sing a song because she doesn't know the words, so she pulls up the rap or lyrics or whatever. And she was all of our sisters. We're not related at all, honestly, but we felt like we all came as a big family, and now one of us is gone. But seeing all you guys here today just to show that you appreciate her really means a lot for all of us. And I know Nabra is like looking at us like, wow, y'all really care. So just, her name is Nabra Hassan. Like, just don't forget her name, bro. Like, that's all I'm saying.
Hello, my name is Alasia. I met Nabra in middle school. She was humorous, passionate, funny, beautiful, loving. Thank you for her parents for making such a beautiful young lady. Thank you, Shahad, Tati, Taria, and Daria for being her best friends, as well as me. Thank you, Nabra, for being our best friend, caring for us, looking out for us, keeping your word, holding it down, and staying strong. Thank you all for being here today. We love you, Nabra.
Love you, Nabra. Love you, Nabra.
I just hope one day I could be like her, and every day I just try to honor her.
Hi, my name is Waleed, and Nabra, she was like a very good sister. Like, when I was a young kid, like I used to go to her house all the time. I used to go eat over her place. She used to eat over my place. I used to always talk with her family. And when I heard about when she was first missing, I was like, we were at Adams Center. I ran out. I ran to where it happened. I was like screaming. I felt like I was about to cry and I didn't know what to do. But I felt like we would have found her. And then the next day, when they told me she was found in a lake, I didn't even know what to do. At first, I wasn't crying. I started crying when I went back to school. We have the same class. I went in class, I saw where she sat, and I just broke down crying. I didn't know what to do. But Nabra, she would always never want anybody to cry. She would always want us to be happy. She would always try to make us laugh, smile, whatever. She would always look out for us. She was like our mom, our older sister, everything to us. If you didn't have something, she would give it to you. It doesn't matter what, if she had 1 cent, she'll give it to you. There were so many times I can tell you about her, like, where I was hungry, I didn't have nothing to eat, and she would go out and just buy it for me, or like, just all this good stuff about her. And I never ever told her like I loved her or anything, because I would never think something like this would happen to her. But since she's gone, I guess I can't say it to her, but I hope she knows that I love her.
I just want to thank everybody out here, you know, all the beautiful people who came out to support my girl Nabra, because that's exactly what she deserves. And I'm so happy and I'm so proud that my girl is known in Egypt and New York, is, you know, known all around Twitter, was retweeted by Zendaya, because that's exactly what she deserves and more. She was so generous and so beautiful. And I realized every day that I lost a light in my life that I can never replace. That after everything that I've been through, every negative thought I had about myself and how undeserving I thought I was of love or anything, she was there with no judgment, never criticizing anything that I do or who I thought I was. And just giving me unconditional love, because that's what she was. Pure, unconditional love. Nabra, may you rest in paradise.
Nabra, the definition of a true, loving, genuine person. I met her years ago in Langston Hughes Middle School, where oftentimes we didn't get along, and I was a bit of a bother to her, but we were in the same math class, and oftentimes when she saw me struggling, she came up to me without even knowing me, not even knowing my name, saying, "Hey, do you need help?" Because that's just the type of person she was, a helpful person. And we really just honestly need more people like that in this world. And it's really just surprising on how someone can be taken away so quickly out of nothing. You know, it's just really crazy. And she would often come to me in times where I was ill-tempered. I'm an ill-tempered person. That's the type of person I am. Whenever she saw I needed help with anything, you know, she would come to me and she would help me, no matter what time or where it was. And that was just who Nabra was.
Hi, my name is Afnan. As everyone knows, Nabra was such a great person. Nabra was so special to me, and I can't believe I'm standing here saying this, but I know she's in such a great place. She was always there to make me laugh and smile and make me feel better. She always used to comment on my Instagram, make me laugh, and put these funny jokes. I look at those comments every single night. I can't believe you're gone. She always called me beautiful and made me feel so much better about myself. The memories we made will always live. My favorite memory with her was camp. We all had a group name called BITG. Our camp group was probably the funniest group because of Nabra. We always argued, but it didn't mean anything. One line I will always remember from camp is "You're stingy point blank." Yeah, I know, it sounds weird, but there's more to it. She made camp so fun. She would tell us these stories and we would all just sit and laugh. After 2 years of camp, we became sisters. BITG will always be remembered. I love you so much, Nabra. I know you're still with us. I know you can hear me. You have changed me so much in such a good way. I know you're looking at me. I'm so thankful to have known such a beautiful, funny, amazing, kind-hearted person. I thank Allah every day. I thank Allah every day that He allowed me to gain such a great friend. You'll always be in my heart. I love you, Nabra.
Assalamu alaikum, everybody. Before we get to the closing remarks and the dua, just an announcement for everyone. Please leave the same way you came. If you're walking, please remain on the sidewalks. Safety is our first priority. Shuttles will be running from Barron Cameron Parkway, Northern Virginia Hebrew Congregation, St. Thomas Church, and Forest Edge Elementary School. The shuttles are located near the Exxon gas station at the entrance of the parking lot. They will run on a continuous loop. We ask that you wait patiently with our volunteers as the shuttles are coming back and not put yourself at risk by crossing the streets in the dark. Lastly, for those of us that are fasting, dates and water is available at Northern Virginia Hebrew Congregation, and we encourage you to go there to break your fast and pray Maghrib. Inshallah, Brother Omar.
Assalamu alaikum. Before Omar does his closing remarks, I wanted to recite a short dua in English for Nabra, and then I will recite Surah Al-Asr in Arabic and in English. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, wa salatu wa salamu ala ashraf al-anbiya wa mursaleen wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Ya Allah, forgive Nabra, make her among the guided ones, raise her status, and be her deputy among the grieving. Ya Allah, Ya Lord of the universe, forgive us and forgive him, and make her grave, make Nabra's grave, wide and spacious, and make it full of light. Ya Allah, please grant mercy on Umar Grashi and the South Lakes MSA for putting this vigil. Ameen Ya Rabbal Alameen. Wa sallallahu ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun. Wa salamun ala al-mursaleen alhamdulillah rabbil alameen. Surah Al-Asr. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Wal Asr. Innal insana lafi khusr. إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر. The translation: By time, indeed mankind is lost, except for those who have believed and done righteous deeds and advised each other to truth and advised each other to patience. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Omar, and to the rest of the South Lakes MSA and everyone who's been helping me in this. I actually had a whole list of people to be thanking right now, but I'm not going to do that. So over the past, 24 hours dealing with planning and all this stuff, I've been just asking myself, why did I do this? And a lot of people, I just want one thing. I planned this, this is not for her death. I want this for her life, you know what I mean? I want all of you guys to understand that we came here to celebrate her life, not to mourn her death, okay? The heart, it's like a little lantern, and Nabra, she's that light bulb in there, that little spark, and I want you guys to all take that spark with you and become beacons to shine light, where people can be in a nice file line, if that's possible, which is not, but just be cautious. Thank you.
I think it'll take every